Street today, the Dow is down 22 points. This is NPR.
Leaking and stealing, fishing, and more. Tech expanding in sports, plus your calls loaded, queued up, and ready to boot up the show. Coming up next.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jam, unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, Technologic.
Live from studios in Self Hall on the beautiful campus of Jacksonville State University, it's the Hey Techies Show. Now, here are your hosts in chairs that should have been thrown out years ago, Michael, Bruce, and the Guru.
Yeah, Bruce, I mean, you buy Toshiba, get 20% of it.
Yeah, we were starting to have a conversation before the show.
Well, I like that. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, show prep, I mean, just running in here again.
Yeah, we did
It's
not.
like old times.
It really is.
And we want to thank the
now we know school's back in session.
Correct, right. We want to thank the previous show who are students here at the university. Thank you, first of all, for being students here at the university. Number two, thank you for doing a show. And their show is
Arcade Fire.
Arcade Fire. And what I could hear of it, I was trying to prep for this, so admittedly I didn't hear all of it. But what I could hear of it is pretty interesting. Now, I understand you were listening to it coming in.
Yeah.
And you had a different perspective.
Well, I was just like, man, they have worse ADD because they would start on a game, and then I'd be like, ooh, I want to know more about that. And then they'd move on to something else. And
yeah.
And 3 or 4, but so I guess Thursdays now it's 3 hours of nerd power. So
oh yeah, that was Bruce's line earlier today when he found out. 3 hours of nerd power.
And that's why I was like, are they a 1 or 2 hour show? And who's on before them?
Well, a young lady I think who is continuing the show called Empowerment. I think is right.
Is that on after us?
Before us.
Oh, before them.
Before them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But what was odd about that, and she may get me the next time.
Yeah.
I guess she forgot to turn on her microphone, and she was on the way here today, this evening. I know for at least 15 minutes there was dead air, and so I got here and I was trying to tell her she was off, and she's just looking at me, and finally she got the door up. I said, "You're not on the air." She said, "Oh no," and she had probably been talking for 20 minutes.
It's like, just start over.
Yeah, right. Bless her heart. But I've been there.
Yeah, we were there, man.
We've been there.
It's like
we sometimes
we are. Sometimes we're going to let you finish. Go ahead.
No, it's like from Forrest Gump when he's up there saying about Vietnam, and they're the sound
muted,
system, and then they get it all fixed. Like, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what she should have said. Come back on there. That's all I got to say.
That
would have been funny. But she's a nice young lady, and I'm sure she'll be back on next week.
Yeah, I will say it seems like the students that are coming in now have a really good sense of humor about stuff.
I will say this: it is very intimidating to get behind this board for the first time.
Yeah,
and you can be shown ahead of time, but
I was like, when they changed the
no.
He wasn't talking about himself.
No. I was intimidated too because I was out of practice having to run in here. But what I was saying is, we were shown how to do this, but when you actually get behind it for the first time, and it's like it's time to go on the air, it is very intimidating.
Absolutely. Well, I would like to welcome you to the Hey Techies Show.
Oh, yeah, this is the Hey Techies Show.
That's right. And it is a continuation of two more hours of talking about tech, of what you might – well, who knows what we'll get a hold of tonight. Yeah. There's a lot that just broke today, as a matter of fact. So I'm sort of getting my bearings on that. And turn my headset up when you get a second.
It has been – stuff has broken today.
Yeah.
But, man, it has this whole week –
oh, yeah.
I'm kind of curious if other IT brethren out there have felt this. It has been Revenge of Monday.
Yes.
It's like you didn't
totally
have a
agree.
Monday. We're having one all week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know if it was our group chat I said or somebody else that I was talking to. I said, we shouldn't take holidays
Yes,
on Monday
only on
anymore.
Fridays. Yes.
We should observe all holidays on Friday. Period.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah, and then you can
Absolutely.
survive.
Done deal. If
Yeah.
if you're in any bit of tech and you feel the same way, email us,
Yeah.
call us,
Right.
let us know.
Well, speaking of your holiday weekend, so how did it go? I mean, did you have some rest on your holiday weekend? No, I know it's hard to remember 3 days ago.
Yeah, I actually have defeated all the divine beast in Breath of the Wild. I was really hoping they would talk about it. Maybe they did later on. But
You played a game this past weekend,
yeah, I had some time at night.
and you played what? See, you know,
Zelda.
you have to teach me these things because I know diddly squat.
Yeah, man. Zelda Breath of
Sorry.
the Wild. You know, I had my Switch and I was in here playing.
Oh
all
yeah,
night.
yeah. This,
So,
I was gonna assume that's what you were playing on. That
man,
little
that
Switch.
game is it's
Addictive.
It's beautiful.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's beautiful now.
It is. And I have a student too that agrees with me.
Oh,
so-
well, I mean that's the way you get points. I have no doubt. I
Yeah.
mean, come on.
Well, I forgot how it even came up. I think he's the one that brought it up, and I was
Well,
like, "I'm playing that right now."
He's
too."
probably heard you say it on the show, and he's not telling you about that.
maybe smart.
Very smart.
Everybody's
I don't remember your name.
everybody's flocking to Bruce's.
Well,
section.
how was Guru's weekend?
It was good.
Yeah.
I agree. Holiday should never be on Monday.
Well,
because NIT when you come back,
Yes, it's
I-
been
hey,
it's
it's
been
like-
something else.
I got a
last couple
different
days.
thing, and it's so good he's not here. So maybe hear about this some other time. But our good friend of the show, Andrew, who I appreciate by the way. So this is not a knock on him, but he went on vacation. But he didn't.
Smart.
No, but he didn't go on
A
vacation.
staycation.
He has emailed me and sent emails.
Oh,
I don't
he
know
has sent a lot of emails.
how many times. Andrew, if you could hear this, go on vacation.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
why. That's
it'll
why,
be here when we get back. I promise.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why I really enjoy hiking.
Yeah. I got
Can't-
news. It
I
better
can't find you. But
Can't get me.
Yeah.
The world better be coming to an end in November when I go, because I mean that's the only way I'm emailing back. That's it. It's gonna be it.
Email your resignation when the world ends.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Because not. I will not be communicating on vacation. Mickey World will not be interested.
Oh
in me
yeah, I could
communicating.
see
I
not
don't-
being able to
Yeah,
communicate.
and I don't think Mickey World's gonna need printers fixed either.
No. I'm not gonna let anybody.
All printers
I
work
never let-
perfectly
Right.
in Disney World.
I rarely let anybody know I work on tech things outside work.
That's smart.
That's a good idea.
I don't know anything about
Right,
that.
I don't know anything about it, especially printers. I
Oh,
usually like
yes.
to try to start the last line. The first line I like to start is, well, the last printer I touched it broke. It was totally dead.
It was fine when I walked up
when
to
I
it.
walked up to it, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't
Ink
like it.
everywhere.
Right. So, but no, I did. I traded a car this weekend.
Oh, get you another fancy car.
Yes, I guess you could call it
Ooh.
that. Well, hey, I saved
Ooh.
money.
Let's
I mean,
see.
that's
And he's saving the earth.
I knew that was coming. My wife told me. She said, "Well, I got even something funnier than that. You're gonna love it when I get done." I've not even told you this.
Well,
I bought a manual push mower 3 weeks ago.
Really?
for
Yeah.
your yard,
Yeah,
you got a pretty big yard.
I know, but
It's good and flat though.
it is. So,
This is your theme, Michael.
well, anyway, my wife. So here we are. We're buying this new car, and I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Well, it's not new. It's used actually, but it's new to us. It's a Avalon Hybrid 2014 limited. It's loaded, man.
Yeah.
I am not in the money. I'm saving money. It's actually less money.
No, but you said hybrid.
I am not going green. You know I hate that song, Gary, because there's no such thing.
That's why I play it.
Yeah, I know.
Your political views are starting to bleed over.
That is not political views. I am a conservative conservationist.
I agree.
That's full of money.
I wished. I got a little more. I will admit that, but it has.
well,
nothing-
let's move on to the tech that you're trying to get
I'm
to.
go- I'm
the
gonna
whole
get to-
point of the show.
But what was funny is we're sitting there, and my wife looks at me. She says, "You do realize that people are really going to think you're going over to this environmental movement. You bought a manual lawnmower." And now you
That's
have
right.
a hybrid car.
Oh wait, so it's a straight manual, like
it's
the
like the
blade
little
push. You push. Yeah.
Oh.
I've always actually wanted one.
Like it don't have a motor at all.
No.
Well, you're going green. There's no doubt about it.
Stop. You're killing me.
Yeah, it's a hybrid car and a.
Hey, let me tell you something. My wife,
Yeah.
and she doesn't go very far to work. She goes from Sachs area down to Anniston, and she got 42 miles to the gallon today going to work.
That's great.
She's going green.
No, that's got nothing to do with it. It's got to do with me. On us, it's got to do with saving money. Period. Saving money. And if you play that money song, I'm going to take you to the woodshed, Gary, before I go to the show. I tell you, I tell you who's not saving money, and that's going to be Equifax.
Oh,
They are going to be taking, except for some executives that apparently sold some stock that they might have wished they held on to before the news broke. But we'll cover that in a little while. And tell you the 50 cents that we know about that. Plus, there's some things about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency that would be interesting to talk about. Yeah, that I found. And the NFL. I once again, I think I am moving in the forward direction. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I mentioned weeks ago about golf balls. We had a person that was talking golf balls. This has been weeks ago, and I was talking about how that I thought that they could put something in a golf ball and get a lot of information out of that. RFID if they.
We talked about this on the show.
No, you weren't here. It was Guru was here.
Yeah, it seems vaguely
Where was
familiar.
I don't remember.
You're probably
where
on
you were at.
vacation those 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
you
but
took
it's been a
vacation.
while back. But anyway, my point is, and we'll cover a little more. Well, this is real quick actually. My point is the NFL, and we talked about this because Zebra Company is going to be involved in this. That Zebra,
Right.
They're going to put RFID tags in the footballs, and they're going to get a lot of information, speed of the football, all kind of stuff like that. And it's going to be able to bring the watching a little more, the fans a little closer to the game, supposedly.
Surely you can't be serious.
So
Yes,
are they
I can be serious, so my name's not Shirley.
Okay, let's make sure.
Yeah. But anyway, so when we come back, we're going to continue with the Hey Techie Show. And don't forget, 256-782.
5600.
And you can be on the Hey Techie Show if you would like to take part in our technical discussions. Hey Techie Show, be right back.
We're just getting started. Plenty more Hey Techies Show for your listening pleasure.
Gamecock Outfitters, located on the square at 109 Ladica Street in Jacksonville, provides customers with outdoor apparel and gear. Gamecock Outfitters is able to help you find exactly what you need for every outdoor adventure. Gamecock Outfitters is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 o'clock to 5:30 and Saturday from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. For additional information, contact them at 256-435-2008 or check out their website at GadsdenOutfitters.com.
By accident.
By accident. Well, welcome back into the Hey Techie Show. I hope you weren't turned off by that really long patron break. We're very sorry for that. Hope it didn't affect you while listening to the show. Hopefully we have some new patrons coming along with these new students. Maybe they'll get out and drum up some business. I don't know. Quite possibly.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. So I'm very curious about this Equifax.
Oh, yeah. So we were talking about this a little bit before the show, and
yes.
I promise you, like, I know they've had a breach before. Either that or this is a private conversation I have with somebody else.
Well, that wouldn't be unusual.
And again, this whole week has felt like a year for each day.
Yes.
So who knows how I already knew about this, or thought that it had already happened at least once.
143 million U.S. customers.
They called you first,
consumers.
Bruce.
Yeah, sure.
So we're about to break this. Just letting you know.
Let me sell my stock.
You gave our stock. You might want to sell it right now.
Yeah, I think that's a little.
So
I think that's late.
These are people that I'm assuming pay Equifax for kind of like their monthly credit reports.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody that has.
It says
not just because you've gone and applied for a loan somewhere and they've pulled your Equifax report.
Well, that's what I am wondering about, actually.
I think it's people that.
You know what I'm going to say?
Surely there's not 143 million people that subscribe to that.
And here's the thing, too.
143 million.
Is like people that want to borrow you money will do soft checks against your credit. It doesn't affect your score, but they'll do a soft check.
Yeah.
To try to say, well, look at this deal we can get you, Bruce.
Yeah.
You know.
Now,
I wonder if that's.
I don't know. I mean,
let's examine this statement, right? This little words right here. I want you to think about this.
Let's take this totally out of context.
No, it's not out of context. I want you to think about this. Equifax said it is now alerting customers whose information was included in the breach via mail. Now, they just told somebody who wants to get over on some people what they can do. They can send a bunch of those people that they got their addresses in the mail more information to send them somewhere else to do something else to get more. I mean, jeez. I mean, I don't know how else they do it. I mean, I guess snail mail is about the best.
Well, let me read this to you. This is actually from Equifax. Let me see if I can get it where I can see it good. Okay, this is a statement they've posted September 7th. Is that today? Yeah, it is today. Okay. See, Equifax Incorporated today announced a cybersecurity incident potentially impacting approximately 143 million U.S. consumers. Criminals exploited a U.S. website application vulnerability to gain access to certain files. Based on the company's investigation, the unauthorized access occurred from the mid-May through July 2017. The company has found no evidence of unauthorized activity on Equifax core consumer or commercial credit reporting databases. The information accessed primarily includes names, social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, and in some instances, driver's license numbers. In addition, credit card numbers for approximately 209,000 U.S. consumers and certain dispute documents with personal identifying information for approximately 182,000 U.S. consumers were accessed. As part of our investigation's application vulnerability, Equifax also identified unauthorized access to limited personal information for certain UK and Canadian residents. Equifax will work with U.S. and Canadian regulators to determine next steps. The company has found no evidence that personal information of consumers in any other country has been impacted. Oh, it keeps on. Oh, it said read more. And it's more. There's several more paragraphs.
So who do you need to give credit to?
That's just an Equifax statement.
Yeah, there's a
you have to give credit to anybody.
This is their statement. Equifax established they have a dedicated website, EquifaxSecurity2017.com, to help consumers determine if their information has been potentially impacted and to sign up for credit file monitoring and identity theft protection.
Good grief.
There's a phone number here too you can call, a dedicated call center, 1-866-447-7559. They'll be open from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time.
256-782-5600.
Don't call us about that. Call us about anything else.
You can call anything you want to, but we might not be able to answer your question.
They'll also, in addition to the website, Equifax will send direct mail notices, like you just said, to consumers whose credit card numbers or dispute documents with personal identifying information were impacted. Equifax also is in the process of contacting U.S. state and federal regulators and has sent written notifications to all U.S. state attorneys general. Yeah.
Of course, one way to find out if you've been affected by this, if somebody's told it, is go to trustedid.com, which is an Equifax service.
Yeah.
To alert you.
Right. To alert you. Yeah. They're going to alert you about
for only $9.95 a month.
Oh, yeah.
We'll monitor it.
Yeah, and then the site where you can check, it's asking for your last name and the last 6 of your social.
No. Do not do
You don't think I should do that? What about
Lord, no. Of course, too much is tied to a social security number anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Off air, we could probably figure out your social security number.
Yeah, we'll
with other pieces of
We won't.
PI.
Yeah, we won't do that on air.
Yeah. Is your number?
Hey, call us and we'll try to figure out yours.
It'd be like the palm reader psychic.
Yeah,
We're not psychics.
No,
by no means.
no. Anyway,
Yeah. So yeah, just be watching the mail, and if you're impacted,
if you see an Equifax mail, just be afraid.
yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but good grief, this is. And you said Bruce said that he saw another person reporting, I think, on the little favorite page site that you like to watch to keep of Reddit, where they had sent a warning to them, maybe, or had a discussion.
Actually an individual that said, "I've got 3 months worth of emails," where I guess this is like 3 months ago of them saying you have horrible cybersecurity practices because they signed up for an account. And immediately, I want to say there was a password reset request.
Oh my goodness!
That they didn't approve, and then their new password was sent plain text via email.
Oh man!
So,
well, now if it's
they have been alerted.
If it's a one-time reset password, that's no big deal because you've got to go in there and change it. That's one thing. But if it's
but not that they say, "Here's your new password."
I know.
I just typed in.
Good grief. I know.
Who was it? There was.
And then on top of that, I'll let you, while you're coming up with who was it, it wasn't Taylor Swift. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
but
we going to have that song, Guru, anytime soon?
I don't know. We'll see.
Listen, according to Bloomberg reports, and this is actually on a TechCrunch article, pardon me, apparently 3 of the company's senior executives sold nearly 1.8 million in shares. It says after they learned about the hack, but this happened before they made it public. According to this, they're saying that CFO and corporate VP John Gamble they're claiming he sold over $900,000 worth of shares. They're saying another person, president of U.S. Information Solutions, they're saying he dumped $584,000, and president of Workforce Solutions they claim he sold a cool $250,000 in shares, according to this. So. I don't know. We'll see how this. I don't know how. I don't know much a lot about that part of it. I mean, it looks bad, but I guess if they produced paperwork that they were lining this up a while back, then I don't know what they could do about it.
Real quick, I'm curious. Did we talk about the pacemakers last week?
What?
I know it was on the docket.
No, I don't remember pacemakers.
But
you can bring it up.
FDA was recalling 465,000 pacemakers. We didn't talk about that?
No, but we're talking about it now.
Okay.
Apparently.
Well, we can talk about it later.
Yeah. If we're waiting for that, just stay tuned. That's called a teaser.
Yeah, I totally interrupted what you were talking about.
I don't know that I'm talking about anything, apparently.
I didn't know you were talking about it.
I don't know if I'm talking about anything either.
I thought we were done with the Equifax stuff. I just kind of was tuning y'all out.
Well, no, I mean,
I remembered whenever I said, who was it?
I can't believe this is making Bruce madder than the Equifax stuff.
What?
That somebody at Equifax or connected to Equifax sold a bunch of stock
I agree.
Before it was public.
They're going to burn.
Oh, my goodness.
No, they will. That will come to haunt them, I'm sure.
Well, possibly.
Of course, they will get a slap on the wrist, like
maybe
a $5 million fine, even though they saved like 30. So we'll see.
Guru is tired.
No,
he's had a long day.
I had a long drive
this
afternoon.
Day.
So I'm not used to having to drive an hour and a half one way home.
It gets
see. I know some people that are.
So yeah, apparently the FDA recalled 465,000 pacemakers. I think we talked about this because I was like John Hopkins, blah blah blah.
I think we talked about it before we went on the air.
I don't think it was on the air.
There's probably a lot of stuff that doesn't make
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's true.
To the show that I'm like, we talked about that.
What about it? So I want to learn about it.
Yeah, okay.
Even if
well, there's a really good website. You should Anyways,
Seriously?
all this will be in the show.
Oh, you're
notes.
kidding me! You're not going to tell me what you just? That was it?
No, I am. So if you have a pacemaker that was,
here it is. This is 2 days ago from WebMD.
Okay,
Abbott pacemakers recall.
Guess I won't tell you
for hacking threat.
Guru will.
Well, I mean, you want to read this? Here.
No, I don't want to read it. I'll just tell you.
Listening to you two today.
465,000 pacemakers.
Yeah. So
Right.
We need dealing banjos.
they will have to do a firmware.
I'll have a sound effect for that.
No.
I can play this again.
No, don't. Okay.
They will have to update your firmware.
Oh wow.
So you'll have to go into the doctor for a firmware check.
How do they update your firmware on a pacemaker? It's
So
like wireless
over RF. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but some of the bugs that are in it, especially if you had someone that knew your schedule and just wanted you to die, could actually follow you around, or they could set something in one place that would send up a RF wake up call to the pacemaker. Constantly do that and run down the battery. There's other vulnerabilities. I think that they could actually cause the all of it's RF related. So but I want to say there is a vulnerability where they could actually go in there and mess with some of the firmware, and plus a lot of the patient data that is being transmitted is all in the clear. So we'll see if they put any encryption on that. But yeah, if you have a pacemaker and it wasn't installed within basically the last, I don't know, 2.5 weeks, you're going to have to go see your doctor for a firmware update. And I think we've talked about this on the show that like one day
we have.
It's going to be like I'm going into the doctor for an update.
Yeah.
So the
Well,
future is
my
now.
annual-
What if
annual
they could?
firmware
What
update.
if they could do it wirelessly at home, remotely?
Yeah, anybody could.
Well,
Kind of was the problem here.
yeah.
So
That
What I was-
that's right out of a sci-fi film.
it really is.
Yeah, it is. Say it's somebody important, some
Yeah.
big
Oh,
person,
yeah.
president. What
Oh.
in the
I
world?
bumped the button on the sound effect
At least
board.
it was a good one.
That was really
It
good.
was-
Yeah, at least it was a good one.
Bruce, so Bruce excited over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What if they did
You know,
that and they could actually
we had Bruce like have him trapped in my soundboard.
right?
Yeah.
And they could actually, change, mess up someone's heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Slowly kill somebody by running out their battery.
or threaten to, but you
Or,
have
yeah.
to make these decisions to that changes
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
people. See, this is so conspiratorial.
Anyways,
Conspiratorial.
I know what I was going to say whenever I said, who was it?
Uh-oh.
Because I was going to say, who was it that did something that is pretty much criminal and it's negligent? I mean, it should be. They will.
Okay, here we go.
Man, if you are an AT&T Uverse customer and you have an Aris modem, please have a NAT router behind it, which you may not be able to. I don't have Uverse service, so I don't know this. Do you have Uverse? You have Uverse.
Oh, yes.
I know
Yes,
somebody's
you
got
do.
Uverse.
Yes.
What's
But I have. I mean, I assume my modem could be made by Aris. I really don't know.
it
doesn't-
probably? Do you have TV through them?
No,
No, they wanted you to go direct TV.
no. They probably did,
So-
but I didn't ask.
You didn't?
I was never.
Oh,
That was
okay.
never discussed because I told them.
So
I wasn't going
the
to do it.
Aris modem does a TV too.
Yes. So all it takes care of all that. So
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saying if you have TV internet through them, you may not be able to have your own router behind that.
That's a good
It
point.
may have to act. So let's talk about the vulnerabilities that are in it.
Well, I'm asking somebody that I know has Uverse, so I'll see if they have a.
So-
router behind
The first issue,
Yes.
and this is AT&T and Aris. Like this is on
Right.
millions
I know what you're
of
talking
customers.
about. Yeah. Correct.
First of all, SSH
Oh.
to the modem is exposed.
Well,
What?
that's the way the text can work on.
It has
But
Just
you
makes
can
it easier.
you can
Yeah.
put encryption and security and all that to keep anybody from connecting to it.
Guru, I'm trying to help AT&T out any way I can.
and the user
They forgot
the
that-
username
they
and
forgot to add
password-
that on. That was
the
extra
username and
cost.
password are hard coded.
Hard. Well, that does not a
Sure.
surprise. Oh, I know this. I don't think I can change the password, the wireless password,
it's hard
on my
coded.
router. I
You
know.
can't change the wireless password. Are
I
you
don't
serious?
think. I don't think so.
Can you turn off the wireless?
I don't think so.
That is just dumb.
Not on that box.
AT&T.
I don't think so.
You get a big fat zero for that.
I have
number 2 and 3 default credentials on an HTTPS server running on port 49955. So they tried to obscure it a little bit.
This is really geeky.
Yes. Sure. From there, you can upload firmware images.
Right.
Request to get data handler, which enumerates any object available in its internal SDB database.
But
which has a lot of information, including the modem's serial number.
But wouldn't you have to be on the
address.
inside of that network?
No.
Why?
This is all
how would you
public facing.
How would you find that IP address that you wanted?
Shodan?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just trying to
what addresses does AT&T own? All right, scan those.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. I'm trying to help those listening. They may not know. That's what
a lot of this. Now, besides the fact that somebody could
tell AT&T you want your money back.
Well, yeah,
problem solved. Oh, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have UVerse right now. I'm so glad. I'm sorry, Michael.
I would say the majority of
have
this,
AT&T UVerse.
The majority
Internet.
of this is solved by just having your own router behind it.
Yeah.
Because NAT, in a way, it's kind of funny. It protects you.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently you can put a router behind your UVerse.
But what if you have UVerse TV?
Well, this person has UVerse TV. I just sent somebody a message, and they said that they do. That they have a UVerse with IP pass-through to their airport router. So they use the Apple router. The airport functions like it is directly connected to the WAN. So apparently you can do IP pass-through. At least the one he's got. I mean that's the message. So Bruce is reading it right now off my phone. For those not watching the video.
Okay.
So, but I would suspect though is most the average. This person I ask he's a nerd like us.
Most people are not going to do that.
He's a nerd like us.
Oh yeah, most people are like, why do I need that? I've already got it. It already works.
I mean, I know people that have UVerse and they just use the provided equipment. It's like, okay, there's a router. Okay, I'll use it.
Yeah. And then
you can't change the Wi-Fi password. Seriously,
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
No, I think you can change it. But this is the thing.
No, I don't think so. Not on the one I've got.
Well,
I don't think so.
Dumb.
I asked about it.
You want to change it? We have the stuff to get in it.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Furthermore, that's another thing too, is that somebody can see your SSIDs, their passwords, and with a vulnerability on port 61001, they can see all your MAC addresses.
Now we need to be sure that we know this is not every router. This
is every AT&T Aris
router.
Yes,
okay.
Aris, the one provided to you by AT&T.
Yeah, I get it. I know what you're talking about.
And then finally, there's firewall bypass with no authentication.
What? Like, this is like for real, like AT&T for real.
Oh, I figured it out. We should have tied. We almost tied two stories together. We should have thought of this.
What's that?
Equifax has AT&T Aris router.
That's it.
But this is usually home based.
But we don't know.
Now,
it's the
if you're
closest
a
thing I can
small
come up
business, you may have one of these.
Well,
but
they may have
if you're a business and you have AT&T, you most likely have your own
here's what it is Equifax put their stuff in the cloud.
Sure,
and it's somebody's house.
And Google Drive was
using
down.
AT&T router.
And Google Drive was down, so they couldn't.
Do you have any type of?
I'm not going to tell you everything I'm going to do at home about this.
I'm saying, do you
over
have
the air
any type of remote capabilities at home to remote back into your computer?
No.
You don't?
I don't have a computer that's up and running at home.
Is your son at home?
No, probably not.
Your wife?
Yes.
She has a phone.
Yes.
Tell her to Google what's my IP, text it to you, and then tell me.
We'll
just see.
Bruce wants to try to hack in.
Stay between me and you.
Yeah.
It will. Let's try it. That's a good.
Me, you, and Google. By the way, we're on YouTube.
Yeah. HeyTechiesShow.com, and you
we
can
haven't
find
plugged that yet.
Everything there, and it will.
Except for me.
No, HeyTechiesShow.com. You're there.
That's true.
Your picture's even on there.
Yeah, we need to update those. That's an old picture. I don't look like anything like that anymore.
Why do you care?
I don't. That's probably a good thing.
That's I know. It's elusive. He's an elusive creature. Well, when we come back, we will move on to something similar to what we're already talking
All right,
about.
find out that IP, Mikey.
Yeah.
Stay with us. Hey,
All right now.
You have 30 seconds.
Bye.
Don't go anywhere. There's more in the queue lined up just for you.
Gamecock Outfitters, located on the square at 109 Ladica Street in Jacksonville, provides customers with outdoor apparel and gear. Gamecock Outfitters is able to help you find exactly what you need for every outdoor adventure. Gamecock Outfitters is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 o'clock to 5:30 and Saturday from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. For additional information, contact them at 256-435-2008 or check out their website at Gadsden Outfitters.
Welcome back into the Hey Techies Show. So glad to have everybody in tonight, and we hope you're enjoying the show. And if you want to be on the show, we'd love for you to be our guest. 256-782.
Somebody's prepared for
5,600.
5,600.
Yeah.
Be our guest.
Be our guest. That's right. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Hey, look.
He's got Disney on the brain.
Well, no, my wife does. And trust me, I have to live with it.
Does she have that IP address?
No, I'm not. My wife's
Oh,
not.
come on. Just do it. Do it. Everybody call in. Tell Mikey.
Hey, I want to plug something real quick, something not tech related. Well, sort of. There's tech involved with this.
Plug away.
With high school marching bands, because
Plug away.
this coming Tuesday, provided the weather holds up, this landfalling hurricane, there's going to be something happening at JSU. So people are listening that are nearby, the Calhoun County Band Exhibition. And what is that, you may ask? All the high school marching bands come on and perform their halftime show for the audience. Plus, they're getting judged by the JSU music faculty, getting comments. Because one thing you may not realize is, during halftime, when most people probably go to the concession stand at your local high school football game, these bands of the schools put on a performance, and later in the season they'll actually go to competition where they'll actually get judged on their performance, their music abilities, and their marching and all that stuff. So this is kind of like the preliminary to get some comments from somebody outside of their school so they can make themselves even better. So I wanted to plug that. And also,
excellent.
I'm going to twist it into this.
Okay.
Hey Techies is a proud sponsor of the Pleasant Valley High School band program.
That's right.
We are very proud to have partnered with them and wish them great success.
But that doesn't mean we prefer them over any other high school.
No. We love them all. We love all high schools.
That's right. Go Bearcats.
Go Raiders. Go Gamecocks.
That's
Go
right.
Golden Eagles.
Go
Yellow Jackets of Oxford, my alma mater.
Yeah.
We got
the Golden Eagles had to go play my alma mater last Friday.
So what
the
side?
Valley Cubs.
What side you root for?
I
both.
You
ran back and forth between the home side and the visitor side.
Great, excellent. I didn't root for anybody.
You rooted for the bands, right?
Actually, I did root for the Eagles. That's not true. Of course, I rooted. My son goes there.
That's right.
For the Eagles.
Yeah, your son plays in the band at Jacksonville.
Forget all that part.
Okay.
That's irrelevant. It was such a rough game. My point was, I don't care who I'd have rooted for. It was such a rough game.
Well, if you're trying to call us 256-782-5600,
that's right.
Say that one more time. 256-782.
5600, and you can be
On the Hey Techies show.
That's right. We'd love to have you. So you think that was
we screen it though?
That's right. You think that was a local phone?
No, Bapa Booey, huh?
You think that was a local phone number?
I don't know. I didn't. I just
okay.
Yeah,
muted it.
Oh, apparently so.
Wow.
7
second delay's working. So I have already found one IP that I can connect to.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know your SSID at home?
No. Why would
you don't know your SSID?
No.
Or you're just not going to tell me?
Absolutely not. Not over the air.
Oh yeah, sure, not over the air. You can.
I might
write
look at
it,
it.
pass it under the table.
I'm not gonna do that. You're just dying to do that, aren't you?
I am. I want to know.
You want?
I want to know.
So apparently we have a caller.
Are you done, Bruce?
He is done.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm done stalling.
Yes, it's listener Daniel.
Oh, Daniel. Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Welcome
hey,
back,
Daniel. How are you doing?
I just wanted to call my good friends and just see, how you are doing and tell you hello. And then I was thinking about you guys, and I was driving, and I turned to 91.9, and my most favorite radio station was on.
Oh, very kind.
Thanks.
What you been up to?
Just doing stuff around school and trying to, enjoying this weather. Very nice weather.
Oh yeah, this is
It's been fantastic last few days.
Well, except for everyone, affected by hurricanes.
Oh yes.
But I might have more to talk about next week, tech-wise. But I hope you guys have been doing good.
We have.
Yeah,
we've been very busy.
Excellent.
Busy on the show and off the show. Mostly off the show. We only get this. This is more of a break every week for 2 hours from what we regularly do. But yeah. So have you been gaming some?
Yes, I've been playing Battlefield 1. I don't know if I told you guys I got a whole new rig on my computer.
Yeah, you were talking about building one.
Yes, I talked about that. Well, I finally did it. Went to iBuyPower.
Oh, yeah.
iBuyPower had a really good deal. I got 6800K i7 processor.
Okay.
Very powerful new gen processor. I had NVIDIA GeForce 1080 Ti.
Nice.
Very good graphics card. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I got a new G-Sync Dell monitor, and so I have something I want to last for a while. Oh, and it's VR.
Yeah, I was gonna say 1080. This is VR ready.
Yes, sir. Yes. I also next week I will be getting Oculus Rift.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got.
Wow.
I know I talked with you guys about it before, but they had a really good deal. They had like a summer deal, and you get it was like $399 for the headset. Now, of course, you have to buy the joystick and stuff like. But the base, the base thing, was pretty cheap. So I'm gonna play maybe the new Star Trek game on there, where you get to have your own bridge crew, stuff like that. But yeah, I've just been playing Battlefield 1. I've been playing. Rome Total War 2.
I think
yes.
Battlefield 1 is one of the ones my son likes to play.
It's very graphics heavy. It's a really it's one of the best shooters. And it's really historic. It's got a lot of good historical accuracy.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel. I think that's the one that you can do battles of World War I. Is that correct? Or
it takes place. It's one of the only video games that takes place in World War I.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of people don't know a lot of stuff about World War I. You're always told. Call of Duty has a new World War II game, and they've of course had World of War. That game came out, and there's been a load of World War II, Vietnam. Games, modern day games, but they're the first people that did the World War I games. So you have biplanes, the very earliest tanks. You have a horse the good cavalry.
Right. There's even blimps in the sky.
Yeah, Zeppelins. You have Zeppelins, and you have dreadnoughts, which were actually used, if you can imagine a big blimp, dropping bombs.
Yeah, and the graphics are amazing, even on his, TV that's not really, I mean, it's okay TV, but he has a, sure. Let's see, he has, what is my son? He has a PlayStation, I think 4.
Yes.
But
his automatically has good graphics on PS4.
Yeah, he plays it on there, but I've been amazed by the graphics on it. Just that. So I can imagine a box that you build. That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. It's the first time I've built computers before, but it's the first time I've spent a sizable amount of
You might want to make sure you have a security system there, wherever you're housing this thing, because too many.
Yes, I do have.
Good
AVG.
plan. Okay, good plan.
AVG, and I have my.
Well, don't tell everybody.
I use PC cleaner. I use all kind of stuff like that.
No. I meant like a home security system, because you wouldn't want anybody getting it. You don't have to tell anybody what you use. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good plan.
Yeah, I love it. I suggest everyone if you want iBuyPower you can either get parts or they will build for you. And they don't really charge that much money. So if you want a good computer and you're willing to spend just a little bit more money, they're a pretty good site, and you can usually get them. It sounds like I'm advertising for them, but
no. What was that site again?
It's iBuyPower.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that site before.
iBuyPower. And they always have summer deals. It's sort of like Newegg, they have deals all the time for people to do.
Okay, yeah. iBuyPower, iassume.com.
And I would say the prices on them are not bad. They do pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, and they will send you whatever. Like if they use a heat sink and they use the thermal paste.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't use, which they shouldn't use, all the thermal paste, they will send you what they have used.
Okay.
They will send you, if
the
they
unused amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll give you whatever they use because it's yours technically. You buy the parts and the equipment and stuff. So, but it's really good. And so.
Well, we're glad you're doing well. You called us, I guess it's been a while back, and you were right at the end of the show, and we had to go.
Oh yeah.
It's been a while back, and so you back in school?
Yeah, this semester back in school, and. Hopefully, I'm just taking, a lot of classes and stuff, but hopefully I finish soon, but hopefully next week I'll have something more important or good to talk about.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'd love to have you on. Anytime. Hey,
thank you guys. Keep doing the good job, and I'm glad you guys are doing good, okay?
Thank you for calling us.
Thanks for calling.
We appreciate it, Daniel. Have a good night.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
And when the Hey Techie show comes back,
Bruce will continue trying to find.
Bruce will continue trying to.
We've already taken our 2 breaks for the hour.
Have we?
Yeah, we've got 8 minutes till the hard break.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Time's flying by.
I mean, we can play. We can.
No.
We can
That's
make up another break.
No, that's okay. You're right. We have. My goodness. I'm just losing my mind here. Oh, I know what it was. I know what happened.
What was that?
I took it early, and so I saw the clock go down when he called, but I forgot that we had taken it early.
You know what?
What?
I wonder if some of these that I'm trying to find out are for you, if people have already got into them and changed the passwords to keep AT&T out.
May have.
They may have.
So like the admin password or the
remote SSH password.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you could connect to it and reconfigure it yourself. Say, and now AT&T can't get in here. And the rest of the world.
We're gonna keep you out, AT&T and everybody else.
And everybody else.
Oh, good grief! Still on that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Still trying to
free service. If you want me to change it for you.
Just tell him what's your IP.
Email us your IP.
Yeah. Bruce at HeyTechiesShow.com.
Yeah,
that's right. Send all complaints there as well.
Correct. That is our complaint department.
Yes.
I promise. 13. Baby.
I promise you, they will be looked at in 5 to 10 years.
All compliments, send them to Michael. All complaints, send them to Bruce.
All right. So anyway.
Well, one thing we'll mention real quick. I know we got like 6 minutes here, but it's about time for robotics season.
Yes.
The Central Alabama's Best, which we've talked to several of the teams in the past about that. They're what do they call it? It's not game day. Game day is when they actually compete. They call it the kickoff.
Yeah.
It's this Saturday. It's this Saturday.
Okay.
So they'll find out what the game they're going to have to, what it's all going to entail, so they can start that mad dash process of building, their robot to complete whatever tasks they've got. I mean, they have a teaser video is all they got, but they'll get the specifics. They'll get to see the layout of the playing field and all that good stuff. So we're going to try to get our friends at Pleasant Valley to come talk to us about it. Don't want to give away secrets that they may be trying to their plans, but just to kind of share that with our audience, because very interesting what all that entails.
Absolutely.
And the thing with Best is they get that short period of time. Like, okay, so we're talking like mid-September, and then I think it's late October is when they actually have to go compete. So you're talking like a 6-week period,
right,
to get this thing built, tested, and ready to go. Plus the marketing, plus there's the marketing piece. I forget all of the engineering notebook. There's a lot of things behind the scenes too, just other than building the robot. So it's
right.
We're like, I think what's the other than Vex?
Mm-hmm.
They basically already showed them what they got to do for next year. So they've got they had all summer and all fall to do that. And he's intrigued.
Bruce will be back. Bruce will be back later, folks.
He'll be back for our dose.
Yeah, he'll be back for
anyway, just wanted to kind of tease that. We're going to try to get them on next week or two to talk to us about.
All right.
This year, I think this will be the third year that Pleasant Valley would have been on the show.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah,
sure.
I was talking.
Well, it had to be because we've only been on a couple. So.
Well, I was talking to Mr. Gooseby, the sponsor at Pleasant Valley, and they're excited about this year.
Good.
And that killed 2 minutes of our
now
6
stop.
minutes.
If you have a Kindle, by the way,
I'm not a fan of the Kindles. There's not the quality of the build is just
well, apparently
subpar,
Amazon.
A lot of people like them though.
When's the last experience with a Kindle you had?
Probably
the first one.
No, I went through 2 or 3 Kindle Fires. Probably with,
but I'm talking about just the regular e-readers, not the full tablet.
I've never personally owned a Kindle like the original Kindle, like the
they're
one
nice.
with the e-ink.
What are we talking about?
Well, the online, Amazon has been trying to fight online phishing scams on the Kindle. Apparently,
do what?
Yeah, I think that's in some of their store, their Play Store. Well, it's not a Play Store, I don't guess, but it's their App Store. I think I understand that right.
Oh, gotcha.
And Amazon's little Kindle store.
Yes,
for apps and stuff.
I think I understand that part of that. I think this article is not the greatest one I've ever read, so I was trying to kind of put it together, piece it together here. But apparently, from what I'm gathering, let's see. It says Amazon since 2015 has been using the kinds of legal actions to fight against scams and already sued over 1,000 entities involved in allegedly creating fake product reviews on its site.
Is that fake news?
Yeah.
You are fake news.
Part of this is they're concerned about his fake product reviews.
That was that.
I really did.
Is that fake news? Yeah.
Sure.
You are fake news.
One particular company was on there telling authors that they could up their likes of their products, their books, and what they were actually doing was they were just creating fake accounts, hundreds of fake accounts, thousands of fake accounts, and actually improving their ratings by using those fake accounts, which we've covered this before. But, every little bit, it adds up, and pretty soon maybe a book that you might not have paid any attention to, maybe it gets some attention. Who knows? But
you want to be the top of a search. You want to be in that first few items when somebody searches for some specific
I think that's
term.
part of it.
So part of that would be if it has a lot of good reviews, that kind of helps with the relevance of the search. Unless you go and change the sort, but just a default search result. So yeah, I mean, it's a big thing for these publishers, and they're trying every angle they can, and they shouldn't be. I'm not trying to promote what they're doing. That's wrong. I mean, I want to see reviews from legitimate consumers.
Mike Paris, are you sneaking in our show tonight? I'm surprised that you would be listening. I didn't realize you were listening. You must have been accidentally come across it in the car on the way home, your drive. He said, a new car? Dang. That's what he texted me earlier, Mike. Okay.
I'm waiting for Gary to keep the money, money, money song.
No. Trust me, it's not like that.
Sure,
it's not. And it's, by the way, it's new to me. And I'm proud of it, by the way.
Yeah, good.
I'm proud of the car.
I'm proud for you, Michael. Well, you like those fancy cars, all that money. Sorry,
yeah. Okay, Paris.
Beat the dead horse.
Keep on.
Amazon was tricked by a fake law firm into removing a hot product, costing its sellers $200,000.
There you go.
Ooh.
So apparently, a company posed as a law firm and told Amazon they needed to take down a product due to a complaint. So Amazon complied. I guess after checking out the company, that they had a website and had profiles of lawyers, made it look legit, and was able to get a product taken down. Who knows? Maybe it was a rival company selling a rival product.
Yeah.
To make theirs unavailable.
Well, when the Hey Techies show comes back, we will have our
dose.
And you know what that means? At the end of our dose.
Don't tell them yet. Don't tell them.
Well, you're right. I won't tell you. You'll have to hang on.
That's right.
Hey Techies show. Be right back.
You've listened this long, so stick around for our dose.
Headlines. Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Speer. Hurricane Irma, one of the most powerful Atlantic hurricanes ever recorded, has left a path of death and destruction in its wake after striking several islands in the Caribbean head-on, and the storm's not over yet. The National Hurricane Center, at its most recent update, says Irma remains a powerful Category 5 hurricane, with winds of up to 175 miles per hour. The storm is near the Turks and Caicos, moving toward the Bahamas and South Florida. Michael Brennan is with the National Hurricane Center. He says people need to evacuate.
We could see storm surge flooding exceeding 5 to 10 feet above ground level in these areas. So if you've been asked to evacuate from an evacuation zone, please follow that advice.
And in South Florida, more than 500,000 people have done exactly that. Florida Governor Rick Scott's warned against trying to ride out the storm. Irma's blamed for at least 10 deaths in the Caribbean. Equifax is offering consumers a year of free credit monitoring and identity theft protection. That's after disclosing today hackers access personal data of upwards of 150 million customers. Credit reporting company says the breach began in May and wasn't discovered until July. Bradley George of Georgia Public Broadcasting has more.
In a notice to consumers, Atlanta-based Equifax says criminals exploited a website vulnerability to gain access to everything from Social Security and driver's license numbers to addresses and credit disputes. Equifax hasn't said why it took 2 months to discover the intrusion. CEO Rick Smith posted this video message on the company's website.
This is clearly a disappointing event and one that strikes at the heart of who we are and what we do. I deeply regret this incident, and I apologize to every affected consumer and all of our partners.
In addition to 143 million U.S. consumers, Equifax says an unspecified number of Canadian and U.K. customers were potentially affected. For NPR News, I'm Bradley George in Atlanta.
The federal appeals panel's rule today extended family members like grandparents may be exempt from a ban on travelers from 6 mainly Muslim countries. Supreme Court had ruled that close family must be admitted if they meet certain criteria. NPR's Nina Totenberg reports the Trump administration had interpreted the language to exclude the likes of a grandparent or uncle.
The appeals court panel ruled unanimously that the administration had failed to show how grandparents and other relatives are not close family relatives under the criteria set out by the Supreme Court. In that June ruling, the High Court had used the case of a mother-in-law's visit to the U.S. to illustrate a legitimate close familial relationship. Citing that example, the appeals court said, the government does not meaningfully argue how grandparents, grandchildren, aunts, uncles, and others related to U.S. citizens and legal residents can be categorized as having no connection or bona fide relationship with persons in the U.S. Nina Totenberg, NPR News, Washington.
This is NPR.
Crash it, change it, melt, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it.
Welcome back into the Hey Techies Show Hour.
Dose.
Oh, Guru jumping up there.
Yeah, he's jumping the gun on
Jumping
that
the gun, Guru.
I got to make up for that few seconds of dead air we had.
Nah, that's okay. Yeah. Well, so glad to have everybody in, and thank you again, Daniel, for calling. We appreciate that so much. It was so good to hear from you. I thought you dropped off the map, but apparently back in school. So
yeah, I was just I figured he'd graduated
and
moved on. Forgot about this place.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, forgot about us. I mean, if you moved on, don't blame me there. But anyway, but it's good to hear from you. So. And you too can be, I'm talking about the band, you too, they can be on the show if they want to call. No, but you can be on the show as well. I know that was bad, Bruce, but I couldn't help myself. 256-782-5600. Or if you don't want to do that, questions at heytechieshow.com. And we will be following up with those if we get one. And if I pay attention that it's actually a question and not some errant email I was trying to ignore. So anyway, so Guru, what's going on with you this week?
I don't know, a lot of stuff.
So you were in class this
week, right? Yes, I was back in school today.
Back in school.
I'm back in school tomorrow.
There you go. Learning about some programming, right?
Yeah, I told Bruce it's something he wouldn't be interested in is programming.
Oh,
sorry, Bruce.
It's okay.
It's not fun security stuff. It's a security
stuff.
person's worst nightmare, a programmer.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just do what you're supposed to.
No, I'm just messing.
Just do what you're supposed to. Well, there we go, guys. Just do what you're supposed to.
The Monday has been extended.
The Monday's been extended?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just, don't worry about it. Y'all keep going.
The Monday has been extended, huh? Good grief. That's never good.
I can't wait for Saturday. Not Friday, Saturday.
Pardon me. Apparently, this would have been good to bring up with Daniel. Apparently, the FTC has slapped 2 YouTubers. Who apparently peddle Counter-Strike gambling site. Apparently, they do gaming.
Who are we talking about?
There's 2 of them, Trevor to Martin and Thomas Syndicate Castle. There are 2 YouTubers that apparently between the both of them have a combined 13 million subscribers.
Man.
Wow.
And they do the stream. They stream Papa shooting.
They have like
games
25 more than us. No, I'm just kidding. They have a lot. They have 13 million more than us.
Counter-Strike, Global Offense, and the Call of Duty franchise. Now, what they do is they get on there and play the game, but during that, apparently they suggest to send people to other places like gambling sites where you can get things, I guess, like other skins. Like one of these, they publish videos with titles like how to win $13,000 in 5 minutes, CS:GO betting, and $24,000 coin flip, huge CS:GO betting giveaway. And I guess those are weapon skins. I admit there's some things I don't know all about it. But anyway, the point is the FTC said they were going to have to absolutely stop doing that. And apparently this goes back to the whole thing where they have become celebrities in one sense or another, and that I guess they look at as product placement without being up front that you're doing product placement.
So it's kind of shady advertising.
Yeah, that's sort of the way they looked at it. Now, for most people are saying that they really just got a slap on the wrist. Apparently, in the settlement, they've been blamed for, as part of the scheme, they claim that 2 also paid prominent YouTubers between $2,500 and $55,000 to promote GSGO Lotto. And they didn't require those paid influencers to disclose their relationship to the company or its owners. So this is one of those things where they didn't disclose what they're really doing to the consumer. Anyway, I think it's interesting because that medium, you wouldn't have thought that would have ever been a thing that 13 million people would have subscribed to and watched years ago.
It's just amazing what what people put on YouTube. They just get so much of a following. It's crazy. I mean, the stuff, the type of videos and type of things they put out there have that much of a crowd that draws towards them. It's just crazy.
And I sat the other night after watching the Alabama football game. And so I was sitting there, and I'd been flipping over to ESPN and flipping to different channels just to catch different things. I was still up. And so I said, well, I haven't seen the interviews. I haven't seen the after the game interview with the coach or anything. So I'm sitting there, and I watched the interview, the after the game post interview on Facebook Live.
Of course,
you went to Facebook and watched.
I was on Facebook already, but I noticed it popped up, and it was on. It wasn't on TV. I mean, it probably was on TV, but I wasn't watching it on TV. I was watching it from a broadcaster that was broadcasting on Facebook Live of the interview, which normally you would have had to wait to whenever it was on whatever station.
Somebody.
And they would have played like 5 seconds of it.
Or whatever they would have done.
And
I was just sitting there thinking how, I know we talk about how things change and they've changed. I get it. But when you're sitting there and you're really part of it, you're sitting there. I'm sitting here. I'm not watching this on television. I'm not watching this in the traditional method I would have watched it in. I'm actually sitting on Facebook Live and watching a post-game interview, which would not have been possible many years ago.
And you know what? You just took away the experience of the living room. Now everybody's gonna be glued to their tablets and their phones.
Well,
and computers.
I was watching the game, and
they'll just when the game's over, it's just post game. They'll just cast that interview from their device to their smart.
Can you cast from Facebook?
Yeah, if you have an Apple TV and an Apple device, you definitely can with AirPlay.
Yeah, but that's
you're talking about to your television.
I'm talking about actual casting, where it goes out and gets it, and you can put.
I don't think Facebook.
You can put your phone down.
I don't know if Facebook supports that. I don't know if there's a Facebook like smart TV app.
It's like you can do that with your Chromecast or anything that supports casting in your Android phone.
Yeah, but I think
if they put it on YouTube Live,
I actually think it probably was.
And we're just going to interrupt you again.
I actually think it probably was.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, there's a lot of these. They'll stream out to multiple things at once for a larger audience.
Well, it's just we talked about new media, and I guess you can medium as well, but we talked about it many times, and this show working on its 3rd year.
Yeah.
We have covered this I don't know how many times, and it's not really so much the ball rolling. I mean, the ball is going down the hill, and it's at a fast pace.
Yeah.
The ball it's a huge snowball.
It's a snowball. It keeps on getting larger and larger. Right. That's what I was about to say. I wasn't going to say those exact words, but I was going to say, like, this whole live streaming, I mean, anybody with a Facebook account can do it. Anybody with a Twitter account can do it now from their device. They can sit there and show something live, whatever it is. I could pull up my phone right now and start live streaming from where I'm sitting this show if I wanted to.
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. And think about it, like, let's see, 5 years ago, that was like very uncommon. You could do it. It just took a lot more effort, and there was a lot less ways to do it.
Sure. Yeah.
I think about 5 years ago is when our church started live streaming worship, and about the only way you could do it for low cost was Ustream.
Yeah, that's right.
And Ustream is still there. It's just kind of it's like I didn't realize it was still there the other day. Like Ustream still exists.
I think they're still there.
It's there. That's like I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. Well, when we come back,
I'm still not looking for your IP. I was on something else.
I know that.
I'll get back on it.
Yeah, you can give up on it. I'm not giving any information out.
Who said you had to give it?
Hey, Techies Show. Be right back.
Stay with us.
No representation is made that the opinions of hosts here are better than those of the average tech show, but we think so.
Gamecock Outfitters, located on the square at 109 Ladica Street in Jacksonville, provides customers with outdoor apparel and gear. Gamecock Outfitters is able to help you find exactly what you need for every outdoor adventure. Gamecock Outfitters is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 o'clock to 5:30 and Saturday from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. For additional information, contact them at 256-435-2008 or check out their website at GadsdenOutfitters.com.
Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show.
And Mike, no, you don't want to be an IT guy. It is not something you want to choose. You should be called to it.
Oh, please.
Or else you would run and not look back. Right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
That if you didn't feel called to
this,
you
did.
Like,
it is a calling. I will agree. It is a calling.
Forget this noise.
Well, when are we going to do rumors?
I guess now.
Well, we need to because I got something.
He's just jumping at it, itching, ready to go, ready to make stuff up.
That's for sure. Well, apparently, from what I can gather from an email, from a message I got, and it's Engadget.
Some insider info.
I don't think that's true. Not from Engadget, it's not.
A little birdie
Everybody
told me.
can go see that. They're saying that the Microsoft event. Let's see.
A Microsoft event. We have an Apple event next week.
Well, but this apparently
No one cares.
Millions of people care.
We already told everybody what's going to happen.
Well, that is true, but here's something that just came out today. Speaking of that, yeah,
that's what it's going to cost.
Yeah, that iPhone 8, $1,000.
Well, you mentioned that. They're saying there's rumors that the iPhone 8 is at least a month behind in production.
I believe it.
Yeah, I saw that too.
They'll say
that's
coming
not,
out.
That's not really rumor. That's factual.
Well, but it's rumor.
But here's the thing: is we've
rumored to be true.
We have talked about this on the show before that they've had manufacturing issues getting the iPhone 8 working the way they wanted in manufacturing, where they could produce it in enough volume. I think what
you
it
know.
is.
I know part of the issue too was they had issues trying to integrate the Touch ID into the the screen
Right.
itself.
That was part. I think that's part of it.
Okay,
And to me, like a long time ago, I always thought this, like the Apple logo is the perfect place for your finger.
That's the worst place for your finger.
Here we go again.
How is that the worst place? I'm sorry, I don't hold my phone like this.
Let me just tell you.
With just holding, like it could just slip out of my thumb and index finger.
Hey, listen, I have a Android test device.
And it is the greatest device you've ever had.
It's my best Android device, yes, because I only have two. One that's very old and that one. But that fingerprint reader on it is in the worst possible spot.
I disagree.
It doesn't pick up half the time.
I disagree
I'm
with
doing that
that
deliberately. It's I can grab it right here, down here at the bottom, and it's fine.
Okay, I want to know right now. Percentage that you think they're going to work this out and they will have the button. The way they're talking about.
You're talking having the Touch ID in the screen?
Yeah, in the screen.
40% they will.
40%. Bruce?
That they'll have it in the screen?
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to have it, period.
Bruce is 0.
I'm 40%. They will have it in the screen. So not very optimistic. What say you?
You know, I'm on the fence. I'm going to have to go 50-50.
I'll say this.
I know that's not really.
I'll say this. $1, Bob.
$1, Bob.
$1.
That's so funny. That's so good. $1, Bob.
Of course, I guess 0%. I wouldn't be going over. I could be the closest. Still at 0.
Yeah, you could. That is good.
$1 would put me over.
I'm 50-50.
0 is a possibility.
I'm probably
so
lost. I've lost on this all the way around.
I think they're going to put it on the Apple. That's where I was going with it.
Oh, you think?
Well, no, I don't think it'll be on the back at all.
Well, you know what?
Think so.
No.
This time next week we'll know.
Yeah, I guess so.
What I was going to tell you is there's some rumors that there may be new Surface laptop, Surface Pro, and we could see that announcement around October 31st, maybe at the future Decode event. Decoded event?
When is Apple's event? The 12th.
This is coming up next week.
Tuesday.
Somebody's having an event on the 11th.
Could be. I can't.
And I
can't keep up with all
well,
this.
that's weird.
I can't keep up with all these.
They're doing it a day before Apple.
Oh, that wouldn't be weird.
Who was it?
I mean, that would be. If it was huge, it'd be stealing their thunder.
Yeah.
What I was, and the thing with Apple though is that
and the thing is, if somebody let me stop for a second. I just thought about this. If somebody was to have some big event on the 11th to try to steal the thunder of Apple, they'd only own the news cycle for 24 hours at most, because Apple comes in, it's like boom.
Oh yeah, I mean that definitely will be the case.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents. What was you saying about Apple?
I don't really know
that they're awesome. Yeah, I know that. Thank you. Thanks, Michael, for your support of Apple. We appreciate it.
On the flip side of things,
and Tim Cook appreciates it too.
There's a rumor that Google may acquire part
of Microsoft. Maybe
all. Who knows? I doubt it's all, but at least part of HTC.
Oh.
So, now, see, that is. I would be very afraid if I was HTC. That has not worked out for companies like that.
What, getting acquired?
Yes, by Google. They acquired Motorola, and now they sold it off to.
They got the patents instead. Okay,
I know.
Here you go.
And they were
here
done
you go, Lenovo.
Yeah,
we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now if you're at the top, it works out great, right?
Well, yeah, I understand that, but if you're a fan of HTC,
well, I have been in the past.
Yeah, I know that, and then,
of course, I think they've gone some wrong directions lately.
Well, this might be another. Maybe this might be another one.
Yeah, maybe. But now on the other side, their VR headset, I think, my opinion, as far as VR, not augmented, but straight VR.
Yes.
Probably the best headset.
Wow.
I like it better than the Oculus. No offense, Daniel. I just think HTC got it right.
When did you... I know you've done... When did you try on an Oculus? I can't remember. You
at work.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember that now. Yeah. Did they... So you... But you... Where did you do the HTC one? Did you...
Oh, I've got friends that have them.
That's right. Okay. I can remember.
I've tried both, and I like the HTC better.
Yeah.
There you go.
No offense, Daniel.
He's not taking offense.
And plus, the Oculus was later coming out with the handsets.
Yes.
And I think HTC's... I think they... Of course, now it's getting cheaper. I think Lenovo's coming out with something. if it's not already out, and it's like half the price.
Oh,
I think. Don't quote me on that.
And Microsoft was trying to work on a deal that released earlier this year about something they were working out with different companies for cheaper headsets.
Now, are you talking about the HoloLens?
Yeah, but they were cheaper ones.
I don't put the HoloLens in the same class. That's why I said VR. That's augmented.
I know that. I understand
AR.
that. But yeah.
But now I think that they've got a great concept there, great thing. I haven't got to see like all what it'll do. But still, it's pretty neat. That is pretty.
I agree. But
as far as for gaming,
yeah,
HTC got it right. And I'm wondering, what I'm wondering is if Google's going to try and get a piece of that pie. But then, what does that leave HTC with? What do they have left?
No, I mean phones and that. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if that plays out.
It will be.
I'll be actually as interested in that is this, and we open the show with it is what happens with Toshiba.
Oh yeah,
I'm still very interested in this because there is a story out that Apple is either way, no matter who ends up with possibly buying Toshiba, Apple is trying to get 20% one way or the other. Now what
Toshiba is a
but see this
would diverse. It's not just what you're thinking of Toshiba. Like,
no, I know, but
Toshiba, it is.
But I think where Apple is interested in is chipsets and chips.
I mean, it could be.
I think they would be very interested.
Toshiba's a large corporation.
Oh yes, absolutely,
and they have a lot of subsidiaries.
Yeah,
but I mean that's the same thing with Sony's the same way,
right?
I mean I think they had candy bars.
But I'd also read
really yes.
I also read in the article that the Japanese are a little bit concerned that there may be some Chinese influence in some of these companies that are wanting to buy into Toshiba, and there may be some intellectual property. They're concerned about intellectual property being taken by China from Toshiba.
Yeah.
I can see those concerns, especially now with the situation going on with North Korea over there. You never know from day to day which way a missile's going to go. So that's a very volatile system. And another thing is this. We cannot forget this little piece of the puzzle here when we're talking about Apple and anything future Apple, okay? Foxconn is Apple. Apple is Foxconn to a great extent.
Oh, okay.
As far as their manufacturing line.
Yes.
Over 250,000 employees, Foxconn, that develops the iPhone products and other products.
Yeah, I was going to say Foxconn. If you've got an electronic device, Foxconn makes something in it.
So let's just take this. We got a few minutes here before we break this off. Let's just take this for a few minutes further. Here's what I was thinking about. I even thought about it when I noticed this the other day. You know, President Trump has been saying that he is very serious about putting sanctions on those who do business with North Korea.
Yeah.
If they don't try to put pressure on North Korea to stop their nonsense over there, however you want to. I'm not talking about political, but it's just that's one method to try to do that.
Yeah.
China is definitely a player in that.
Yeah.
If you say that you might put trade sanctions, say, on China, that's going to be a direct effect of an iPhone. I'm sorry, I don't see how you can say that will not affect that chain. There's got to be some effect to that. They'll
figure out some way around it.
Well, that might be. I don't doubt you're right. But I do think that is part of the tech world is scared to death of that thought.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't see how they couldn't be. That's their bread and butter, the stuff that's made over in China and these other countries over there in that area. Yeah. And those countries do deal with North Korea one way or the other from time to time.
Even if it's a missile passing
through. If it's a missile passing through, apparently. Yeah. So anyway, I just see that when this is all tied into rumors in a way because there's no there's some unknowns as to how this supply chain may be affected. Maybe not this year, but maybe in the future.
Well, I know how I'd fix it.
Yeah, well, I got that, but I'm being serious. Really, I'm being serious. I think this is a real concern. Not only for the kinds of things that we could talk about. That's a whole nother subject about North Korea doing. I'm talking about the repercussions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Of what might happen with sanctions.
Yep.
Even if you want to say you don't like them, but you can't argue that some of them might be warranted to pressure China or someone else to try to get North Korea to back down.
Yeah.
From that, or even if they sent somebody in to do something more political inside the country.
Well, vice versa. You got to look at it too. Vice versa. It's bread and butter for them, right?
Yeah, that's right. I agree. That's what I'm saying. It's a double-edged sword in a lot of ways, and
yeah, I'll say at the end, money will talk.
Yeah,
and North Korea is not going to put up the dough to compete with the most.
Well, they're not going to be able to.
I was saying with three companies that have enough money to cover the entire world.
Yeah, that's true. And then you've got Samsung in the mix of this too.
Man, no, that's off. Off air. I was just going to talk about Samsung.
Oh, okay. Hey, real quickly, I think we might cut the break in a minute.
How they have fallen.
Real quickly, you told me about a TV that your buddy bought.
Oh, yeah,
Would you tell us about that?
So I saw one in Walmart the other day, and I was like, huh. So you know how Vizio started off really inexpensive?
Yes.
And now I would say I would probably buy a Vizio, maybe.
Yeah.
Wouldn't use the built-in features.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
Of course not.
Go buy something separate. But he bought a TCL off of Woot. It was a 4K 55-inch. Got it for like $350.
Wow.
Crazy.
And I plugged my Switch into it. I know it was not 1080, but it was still really, really good picture. And then I casted something. It was just one of those nature 4K videos on YouTube, and it looked really good. I was like, it's not 120 or 240 hertz. It was a 60 hertz TV, and you could tell that it's not gonna be great to watch sports on, but if you're just wanting a nice new TV, I was like, looked really good. Now I will say I've looked at reviews on Amazon, and there's been mixed reviews.
Yeah,
where people have gotten, either something something shipping or something like that. But I would say he got a good one at least. So all that stuff's made in the same place. I'm sure it's just somebody else's rebranded, whether it be LG or Samsung or
made over in China.
Yeah, whoever.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And I want to say I was talking to somebody else, and they said they had read an article about this company, and that's basically what they do is they are a manufacturer for all these other, and they've just pieced together these parts and made their own TV. And branded it themselves. So
that's how Vizio started.
Yeah, and it's got Roku built in.
Yeah, built in, but you wouldn't use the internal apps though.
Yeah, I would. No. Well, that's the TV though.
I've never heard of a TV manufacturer like partnering with Roku before. They've kind of have their own little thing for their smart TV.
They've just got it's Roku built in, and it's Roku remote. That's where your inputs are.
Roku's one of the most popular ones. So
that was
a good
popular one.
Speaking of that, you just reminded me of something I put in the show notes. I got to find real quick.
While he's doing that, I was going to say Vizio. The first Vizio TV I owned, they had to something went out in it, like the control board. It was still in warranty, and they came out to my house to replace an on-site service. It was like a 46-inch, and when they took the back of it off to change out what they had to change out, the LCD panel was a Samsung panel.
Yeah,
interesting.
This is one of the early ones when you couldn't get them everywhere. I don't know how they're manufactured today, but yeah. So they started out just kind of, we're going to buy these screens from this company, and we'll do this and do that, and then here we go, TV. Yeah, I'm a fan of Vizio.
Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom.
That's right. I'm a fan of Vizio.
There's a TV.
Oh,
that's all the TVs I have in my house. I think.
Are Vizio?
No, I have one small one like in my kitchen. That's just I think I got it at Best Buy or somewhere. Yeah. I know it's kind of, I don't shop Best Buy, but I don't know. It came from somewhere. But all the other ones are Vizio, and I specifically bought Vizio.
I used to be a big Samsung buyer, and I think they have fallen from grace. So yeah,
big money over here.
Whatever.
Man, is that going to big money? Is going to be the name of the?
I used
show
to buy,
title,
but I had, and I always buy the protection plans on. But I had so many of them that just went bad. I had so many of them that went bad that I was like, "All right, Samsung, like those are beautiful TV, but I'm done with you."
People that sold those TVs loved you because there's high markup on those protection plans.
They paid for themselves, I'll say that,
and they do. I mean, that's a good investment, I think, when you're spending a lot of money on something.
Yeah, I mean, it paid for itself, and basically, like, I mean, I got a free TV every year or two. Essentially, got upgraded for $100. So
it's pretty good.
Even went up in size a few times because the prices had dropped.
Yeah. I wanted to mention to you guys, I just ran across this. I guess it's yesterday maybe, but it says 8 hours. It's probably just earlier today. It is almost 9 o'clock now. So 8 hours ago. That would have been earlier today.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you guys know, you were talking about somebody pairing up. Did you know that Hulu and Spotify is paired up for a college $5 a month deal?
Did not.
Spotify and Hulu. So it's not some of their premium stuff on Hulu. It's not the HBO stuff and a few other things.
Oh, well, you got to pay for those separate anyway.
Right, I know. It wouldn't be that. It would be without the
it's just
premium
Hulu.
add-ons.
Yeah, it's just Hulu.
Right.
With commercials.
But basically it's Hulu with no extra charge because they're actually paying the $5 to Spotify.
Oh wow!
So you're getting Spotify, and also if you can prove if you're a current user of Hulu, you can add it to your current Spotify subscription if you can prove you're a student.
So what does that take? Just a .edu account?
I don't know. I didn't
because
it did not say.
This is my thing. I think this is smart on companies to do this because you get. Like, we know you're a poor college kid.
Yes,
we want you to be married to us. Basically, get used to us. So once you get out of school and you're making money and you can afford us, you'll still be with us.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the problem with that is so many universities on the reverse side want their graduates' money. Yeah. That when they leave, they say, "Well, we're going to move you to an alum.edu account or whatever." Right. So I wonder how these...
That'll be interesting to see, yeah.
At the same time, you've got the other side that's saying, well, we want to keep you having that email address too so we can ask you to...
Right now, I think Spotify would be fine taking $5 from everybody they could find.
Well, I think a lot of people use Spotify, pay for Spotify.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think they're hurting.
But I think this is...
At all.
Yeah, that's how I'm going. I know that, but I think that this is like the limited commercial...
What?
Stay up. I don't think it's the. I don't think.
Okay. So there's a lot of asterisks on this $5 a month.
I'm thinking so.
We collect all your personal data.
Yeah, I don't know.
Equifax got all that.
Yeah, really. No kidding. Woo.
Interesting.
I was trying to see if I had that.
Interesting.
Let's see.
I'll have to sign up for it and see.
Let's see. Hulu's limited commercial plan. Okay, that was it. Hulu's limited commercial plan.
Okay.
So this is the $8 a month.
Yeah.
Limited commercial plan is what's going to be tacked on to the premium student account for Spotify. So it's a premium account for Spotify. $5.
$5
for a student.
Yeah. How much is it normally? 15?
I don't know. I didn't look that up. So
I don't use Spotify.
I don't either.
I know a lot of people that do.
I mean, I have, and I have seen students. This is really not smart, but knock yourself out. I have seen Spotify sign-ons and apps installed. What? $10 a month installed on public access machines, and they're still signed in. And
nice.
And a lot of it, you download an app and it comes up.
Yeah.
And it boots up every time you start it up and logs automatically into that account. So next person is using their account.
Neat.
Like, really?
Sweet.
That was not smart.
Free music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, it is the The generation of sharing.
Yes, I've heard that.
Hey, they're paying it forward to the next user of that computer.
That was loud. Are you going to be
My
okay?
knee.
Your knee.
Yeah. It's been jammed up against this desk.
Well, when we come back, we will have the segment everybody's been waiting for 2 hours.
What's that?
Yeah, like you don't know.
Oh, no!
Hey, Techies Show. Be right back.
HeyTechiesShow.com. Open 24/7, as long as we don't forget to pay the bill.
Gamecock Outfitters, located on the square at 109 Ladica Street in Jacksonville, provides customers with outdoor apparel and gear. Gamecock Outfitters is able to help you find exactly what you need for every outdoor adventure. Gamecock Outfitters is open Tuesday through Friday from 10 o'clock to 5:30 and Saturday from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. For additional information, contact them at 256-435-2008 or check out their website at GadsdenOutfitters.com.
You're listening to the Hey Techies Show on WLJS Jacksonville.
Beautiful day.
Welcome into the Hey Techies Show, the last hurrah of the Hey Techies Show.
Hoorah.
For this week. It's dwindling, so anyway.
I was going to say, some weeks we were talking about being preempted. We thought we were going to be, my wife thought we were
what
being
y'all were
preempted.
talking about.
I don't either. For some reason, my wife thought we were going to be preempted. But there may be some weeks that we were preempted.
Yeah,
so if you don't hear us, you can always catch us on Sunday.
No, the rewind's not playing right now because the encode system's broke, and we need some moolah at the station to
256-782-5600.
Yeah, to
have a
continue. Not only that, but a telethon, right? A radiothon.
Patreon.com.
Yeah, that's right. To raise some money. Yeah, they need to find about $4,000 to continue that feature. So, anyway,
interesting.
Yeah,
we just need to come up here on Sunday and do another show.
I know. That's still rolling around in my head.
Sunday edition.
That's right, live. I still have that as a possibility.
Maybe once a month.
Well, I've been rolling around my head.
Okay.
I'm not against it.
My wife would kill me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
She would. I wouldn't blame her. I wouldn't blame her.
I wouldn't blame her either.
I wouldn't blame her either.
Kill me, period.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame her for killing you either. I've thought about it a million times. Har. Well, we enjoy, at least I enjoy this time every week where the guru decides he's going to try to stump Bruce. And this has been going on for working on 3 years, well over 2 now. And we've really enjoyed it, had a lot of good times. And so, with no further ado, this is the guru with This Week in Tech History.
Yeah, and Bruce always seems to be surprised about this. Yeah, we do it every week.
Think about it. And plus, especially tonight, I'm helping out at work.
Well, do we need to?
No.
You want to pass on this?
No,
Just
go
go ahead and buzz you?
Go ahead.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
I know you would love
go ahead,
to.
buzz you. Okay. No, I'm gonna give you a shot. I want to see if you can get this one. I really want to see if you can get this one. So you ready for your date?
Sure.
The date. See if you can guess it. Okay. September the 5th of 1980.
Snooze alert.
I kind of felt. Was it this week we talked about this?
Oh. I'm not answering that.
Because I can't say that on the. Well, we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
But I feel like it's IBM related.
Oh no, is it?
And it's it was a lot of their servers that were shut down. It was the last one. And I cannot remember the name of it. Started with an S, I think.
Possibly.
You're shaking your head. I'll give that generic answer. It was a lot of IBM servers, the last one of that kind that was shut down.
I don't know if I should count that as correct or incorrect.
Well,
I think you should count it as correct.
Yeah, it's you're close enough. How do you do this, Bruce? How do you do this?
Well, we just talked about this.
I never thought you would figure
We just
this
talked
out.
about this, but we'll have to talk about it after the show.
That's right.
Because we can't reveal this stuff on air.
Yeah, so
people may be listening.
Good job. So what it was, the last IBM 7030 mainframe, which was called the Stretch, was the last one of those was decommissioned on September 5th of 1980 at Brigham Young University.
I did not know that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just kind of specifics. I wouldn't have expected you to guess that part. The first Stretch was delivered to Los Alamos National Laboratory in 1961, giving the model almost 20 years of operational service. The Stretch was famous for many things, but perhaps most notably, it was the first IBM.
Oh, I got you now. I was totally not paying attention. I was like, "Are we out of ideas for the show?"
We got straight to time.
I knew you weren't getting.
Anyway, back to this. So, what made this very well? What was very unique about this? I guess not unique, but it was the first IBM computer to use transistors instead of vacuum tubes.
Yeah.
It was the first computer designed with the help of an earlier computer. So a computer helped design this computer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the world's fastest computer from 1961 to 1964.
Wow.
And in 1980, the last Stretch was sent to the scrapyard or wherever. It may be in a museum. I don't know. There is like a computer museum in San Diego?
Wow. So it was used for more than almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, when you invest in something big like that, you keep it going.
You drop some money on those mainframes. I mean, mainframes are still used today, but that's some. Yeah, when you're spending that kind of on something like that, yeah, you're gonna get your money's worth.
I wonder if Tron was in that one.
It's in all of them.
Oh, it is. Okay. Just curious.
But yeah, well, good job, Bruce. Good job.
Thank you. Where's my?
Well, I played it earlier.
Yeah, cheer.
Oh, sorry, I was chatting and having to.
What else can I play here?
I don't know. Another quick rumor. You know, Amazon's looking for a second headquarters.
I saw that.
A place to put a second headquarters.
Well,
they're looking for another.
They can't find land somewhere that they can't either buy or push somebody off the property.
They probably,
for crying out loud, Bezos is broke now.
I was gonna say before too long they may be able to just
I'm surprised.
row in, and
I'm surprised they hadn't bought the White House property by now.
Yeah, well,
I'm surprised.
That's super prime real estate.
Well,
but yeah, so they're looking. So all you big little cities out there.
You mean to tell me they couldn't have it
looking for another corporate?
You mean to tell me they couldn't have it in the Washington Post building? Wherever Washington Post is, I mean,
it's probably too small.
Now.
It's probably too small.
Jeez.
But yeah, they're looking for a second headquarters. I think something on the East Coast would work great.
Yeah, sure. They could put it over here in Alabama.
I think that would be a great move.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Amazon and
I'm just thinking of the infrastructure that would come with it is my thing.
Yeah,
we might get fiber.
I know what you're thinking about. He's thinking of Google Fiber right down his street.
Yes, come on, Amazon.
Or Google or whoever's going to put that fiber right down his
Yeah,
road.
when I heard Google was going up North Alabama, I was like, God, please. So Amazon wants to build a second headquarters and offered a checklist of what it's looking for.
Okay.
The wonderful CNBC.
Oh, yes, that's got to be true.
Has matched some of the retailers' key criteria to the cities and states for comparison. Based on those results, Amazon might want to give New York.
Oh, shocking.
I don't think it will be New York. I think it's going to be too expensive. Atlanta, definitely possible.
Atlanta's a growing area.
Chicago, San Francisco, or Boston, a closer look. So they have a whole set of what they think. I think Atlanta, out of all those, may be a little biased. But I think something either in Atlanta or like the Raleigh-Durham area. Of course, I don't know what's all on their list. I think having some type of subway or metro or something is part of their wish list.
I think they should consider Sylacauga, Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere down in there. Maybe Rockford.
Yeah, why?
It's a really small place.
Sure.
They would have their choice of land.
Delta, Alabama.
Delta,
Cleveland
Alabama.
County. Yeah.
Would be a great place.
Plenty of
Amazon, if you're listening, we got some names if you want to call it. And we just listen to it. So, yeah. You never know. You might, you're going to need a passport probably to come to most of these places.
Property.
First. There's a bunch of farmland out here in Pleasant Valley.
Yeah, there you go.
PV.
Yeah. There's plenty of places for sale. I mean, I go down these roads when I'm going down to South Alabama.
Oh, yeah, 400 acres for sale.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see that kind of thing all the time. There are plenty of places. I've seen shut down factories, land for sale.
That is true.
There's plenty of land in Alabama. They could come here.
They could.
They wouldn't have to go to Huntsville or Birmingham. They could come to a smaller place. I'm sure they'd be happy there.
Yeah, why pick a city when you could make your own?
Here's the thing.
You can make your own city. Right.
Boom.
You could build it
Amazon,
you could build it.
Patent.
Hey, look.
Build your own city.
You got this airport down in Oxford. It's got this huge runway. You can land these massive jets.
That's true.
There you go. I mean, you got that in place already. So
I just
there's tons of land out there at the former Fort McClellan. They're just
I don't think that's big enough.
Honda came down here.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Lincoln.
Did. Yeah.
I mean
Hyundai,
Mercedes. Who knows who's next?
Yeah.
And then you've got all the things going on in Huntsville now.
So Mike Rogers, get off your tuchus. Quit taking money for supporting getting rid of net neutrality and bring Amazon.
Here we go.
Get off your tuchus.
Send your complaints to Bruce at HeyTechiesShow.com.
Just Bruce in general.
Who knows? Maybe he will go for that. That would be huge for
Amazon's
him.
not coming here.
I'll tell you
I was just enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, sure. But if he could pull that,
the Amazon's not.
I would vote for him.
It doesn't matter about the rest of it. He would vote for you.
That was a pretty big accomplishment there, Mike. I have to give you that. I mean, give credit where credit's due, right?
Sure.
But also call him out whenever.
Pretty good accomplishment, huh?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, never mind. I'm not going to say anything about the depot.
Oh, good grief.
How
we got to have some listeners. I was going to run them all off.
No. Well, I was going to say, there's always rumors at the depot about stuff closing, and there's just always constant fear around that. And I think a lot of that is just, it's fake. They've been saying it for years to keep everybody on edge. But I was going to say, who knows? Like, start a new rumor. There might be plenty of space at the depot. and then I heard on the radio.
Let's hope that's incorrect.
They're not shutting the depot.
You didn't hear that on the Hey Techies show, did you?
I will say that is one thing that Mike and company keep here. They work to keep here. I'm sure.
A lot of folks work out there, and
they do.
A lot of talented individuals that help equip and maintain this stuff for our armed forces.
I think if something bad happened to this area, because whenever the fort left, this area dried up, it would be a
Dust
Bowl here.
Well, yeah, I get that, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I will say this. A lot of people said this was going to be a ghost town when the fort left, and that really didn't happen. I mean, not to the extent that it didn't. No, there's lots of people still here. There's a lot
certain areas that were affected.
There were certain areas that were very much affected, but you can't. But some of the yes, and that's true.
And I would say it's really hurt diversity in this area too. We used to have a lot of. We'll talk about that later. That's not tech related.
If you say.
There wasn't a lot of tech around when the fort closed either. That's tech related.
Sure. Stretching.
Well, I'm trying to get us back on track.
So
there is no track.
We ran off the rails a long time ago.
Yeah, we started
about episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So a London-based designer has won the Dyson Award for origami-inspired clothing.
Dyson Award, like Dyson vacuum?
Sure. So for origami-inspired clothing that grows as your child grows. So it would follow your child from infancy up until they're, I guess till they grow out of it, which would be about 3 or 4. It just depends on how fast they grow, how big they are, right?
Son, that's a nice onesie. Now that you're 17, I think you can buy something else.
But it'd be a small child.
Son, you have to.
But it's origami-inspired clothing, so I think it's pretty neat. I mean, I would totally be down for
like
it.
Those
just buy like 3 in every color.
Well, they have the romper for dudes like adults.
Oh my goodness, I've seen that. That's embarrassing.
I've had this romper since I was born.
Yeah, it's origami.
How dare you ask me to get rid of it?
It's origami infused.
Oh man, if you like. And if at any point you get married, there's always clothes that you've had since you were, younger. That your wife's like, "We're getting rid of these." You're like, "No, I wore those for years.
They're comfortable."
I
finally broke them in.
I finally broke them in. Why are you making me get rid of these?
So Google rolls out direct private connection to Google Cloud. By the way, do you know about that? So it's a dedicated interconnect.
Yeah,
for corporations.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. To connect right to the Google Cloud platform.
I just thought the internet was the Google
Cloud platform. Yeah, that is a good point. But
at least most people do. They go to Google.
Says
and search
here
for the website
that while traffic
just
flows through a dedicated connection, the circuit between customers' network and Google network is not encrypted. For customers looking for additional data security, though, Google recommends using application-level encryption or their own VPN. So that is a downside to it. Says it's available in 10 gigabits increments.
It starts at 10.
Yeah, right. Gigabit. It starts at 10 gigabits too. Yeah.
So
they can select from 1 to 8 circuits. By the way.
Oh wow. So Jaguar Land Rover to make only electric or hybrid cars starting in 2020.
There you go.
So you will not be able to get an all gas. So that hybrid that you got will just become standard when you upgrade to your Land Rover or Jag.
How many people are on a Land Rover or Jag in the general public? I bet they don't have a large.
I see them every day.
A lot. Let me restate my first
on
statement.
The highway. I see several Land Rovers.
I don't want to know what their market share is.
Oh, it's probably nothing compared to your Ford or Chevy. Which, man, they were just basically giving away cars. Chevy was. They were like 25% off and 0% interest.
Yeah.
I did read I saw a report earlier this week from Mercedes-Benz. They called the car market in the U.S. volatile now because their sales were down like 25%.
I did see that.
Versus same time last year.
Maybe nobody wants their cars.
Well, that's just what they said. They called it volatile.
Yeah, because everybody that would buy one's probably buying a Tesla.
You're probably right because Mercedes does.
If I was buying an S-Class,
they go after
an
affluent consumer.
If I was gonna go buy an S-Class right now, it would be a Tesla S-Class. I would not go buy a Mercedes S-Class. I will say though,
I would buy a Mercedes. Period.
I will say no. I wouldn't say that. hats off to Mercedes. They have done great things for the auto industry as far as safety goes. Them and Volvo both. So, again, give credit where credit is due. They are a good car company. I'm sure there's somebody out there screaming, saying, "You don't know the history about this." Sorry, I have not seen that documentary or read that book.
By the way, Disney is going to pull Star Wars
and Marvel
from Netflix in 2019. So you got a little more than a year.
Streaming. Start binge watching now.
Start downloading it and keeping it on. Store it locally, folks.
Seriously,
store it locally.
I don't really think you can do that legally.
Yeah, you can create your own copy. That's completely legal if you've purchased it.
Yeah, but
this is Netflix.
We're talking about streaming.
You can't. Your license is to stream it.
Stream it, not download it and keep it from Netflix.
They're gonna pull it from Netflix in 2019, right?
Yeah.
They're
starting
now, folks.
They're starting their own stream. Disney.
Yeah.
I just don't get that.
I people can't pay another
I
streaming
just don't
service.
see how that's going to work out.
Paramount's going to have their own. Universal's going to have their own. Sony's going to have their own. Who else?
It's not going to work. It's not going to work because consumers cannot keep on paying.
Heck, most of these people coming up want it for free. They don't want to pay.
I agree.
I know you do.
Most people do want it for free.
I know you do.
Gotcha.
No.
I mean, I'm willing to pay for it. I mean, I'll pay for a service. I'm not going to pay $10 to this company and $10 to this company and $10 to this company. I mean,
I know. It's getting crazy.
I refuse. I
think it's going to get crazier. So, well, look, we appreciate you so much listening to the Hey Techie Show and listening to us ramble on sometimes, but talk about very interesting things, I think, and we enjoyed having you tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you
to
Daniel for calling in.
We hadn't heard from our main man Mike in a while.
Haven't heard from main man in a while. So, but anyway, well, we hope that you have a fabulous weekend. From all of us to all of you, we'll see you hopefully next week.
The Hey Techies Show is produced by The Guru and co-produced by Mike Stedham. Join us again next time for another exciting installment of The Hey Techies Show. It's going to be great, maybe.